show is called Power Over Nature because it's about like that you can make things happen by painting and using your imagination or whatever. You can make it real enough and you can make volcanoes erupt, for instance. Things like that. Cutting the earth in half is like power over nature. Chopping the tree down is power over nature. Here we have goldfish performing a scene from Shakespeare. In this case, they're doing As You Like It, some sort of like, you know, that's power over nature. This is a toy, an American toy, called an ant farm, and there's ants in here, and they've spelled my name. This is diamond dust in here, and but they overachieved. But you can still see my name. It's like written in there somewhere. This is another like Hawkinsy thing to do, is you buy a picture in the thrift shop and then you like add to it.
So you added these?
So I added the graphite. And I also made like more birds. It's about the graphite. Anyway, this is like obviously painted like the snakes wrapping around these people. The Laocoons, and the Laocoons is the family that like warned the Trojans not to let the Trojan horse into Troy, and Neptune, to make them shut up, like sent a giant serpent that like ate the whole family. And that's called a Laocoon complex. If you have, in Freud and stuff, if you have a Laocoon complex, it means you're afraid of snakes. But it's more like a kind of like a Freudian, like a sexual afraid of snakes. So anyway, so that's the add-on part, and then so this one here is an add-on too, and this one I painted when I was 18 years old, and gave it to my grandmother, and she hung it, and it was like hanging in her house till she died, and then my family got it back, and then I added like the volcano-y thing to it. And now my family's all mad at me. I wrecked this heirloom. Those are the two-headed girls. That's power over nature. Be born with two heads and still be able to drive a car. Neither of them, but I was hooked up from this like art critic guy when they were art. And he said, you know, this guy like has always admired your work, and now he has a gallery and wants to give me a show. So I said, okay, and then this painting was like kind of the centerpiece of like the show with like 35 other paintings, and 2 weeks into the show, the two owners of the gallery got in a fight. And the one owned the building, and so he's changed all the locks and just like locked the other guy out, and I was like affiliated with the other guy that was like locked out and stuff, and you know, like whatever, big process, you know, me begging for the painting. Oh, no, I don't want to know anything about this. The other guy, I threw those paintings away a long time ago and stuff. But we could get into the building and we could still see that they were on the wall. We could look through like the glass brick wall and see the paintings were still stacked against the wall and stuff. But, you know, he didn't want to hear about it, stuff like that. And then my friends said, go to France with this guy, the other owner of the gallery, the other partner of the gallery, because he's like gonna go to France and die. He needs help. So I went with him. And they said that they'd take care of everything. Don't worry, we're gonna get this guy for like stealing all your paintings. And then I was in France for a year, came back, nothing had happened. Went and tried to see the other half of the gallery and the guy, and he was totally like nowhere to be found. Last I heard, he was in like the King's jail in Morocco because he got caught with a suitcase of money at the airport or something. I don't know. But anyway, so then the payment, and then I lost, everything was gone. Everything was gone, like, you know, like all, and I just like said, that's the, you know, oh well. Until I got a phone call from like the critic Christopher Chambers saying, "Oh, I saw one of your paintings the other day." I said, "Whoa, what painting was that?" He says, "A family of cavemen with a ghost." And I'm like, "Oh my God!" But I tried to like just not think about it and stuff. So they arranged, and Rene Ricard, in fact, who had introduced me to all these people, I called my friend that had a furniture shop. They go, anyway, no, I got ahead of myself in my fucking story. I've told this thing so many times.
Where did you find it?
Anyway, yes, he goes like, yeah, let me see. I think he goes and looks out his window. Yeah, they're using it as an awning for like the vintage clothing store across the street. And this is like 4 years later. And so I called my friends, and Rene Ricard went and pulled it down off the awning, and the guy said he bought it from a bum who said he found it in like a tip. And so they gave it back to me, and whatever, it went in storage again for a long time, and then I repainted it. It's been rolled up. It was painted a little bit after I got it back in like 1999. I repaired the damage mostly, but in 2010 I did a total repaint. I mean, there's a few. This bit here and this bit here are like real, or from before. But I just saw that I could. I mean, I painted with like cavemen with no hair on them and stuff. So I thought, well, so, put hair on them and did whatever, changed some things. But that's that story.
What's the story behind the actual painting? What's the first ghost?
Oh, the first ghost is like, I don't know, ghosts and volcanoes and cavemen show up a lot in my paintings, so it was like actually an opportunity to like put all of them in. But there's no story. I mean, it's a story of like the first time anyone ever saw a ghost. And they were inventing the wheel, but then they got distracted by the ghosts.
Have you exhibited anywhere else apart from the US and UK?
In Germany a little bit, and in whatever, LA and stuff like that. But I had a gallery in the 80s that I was like, very affiliated with. And beyond that, I'm not with the gallery. I don't know. I'm with the.
I'm not with the gallery. I'm with Ingrid.